All right, y'all, let's get into the border war that's stacking up on America as Trump makes threats to wipe off the cartel and to obliterate Iran for that critical race that's coming to all, as he's sold you those high tops to get you ready for that Yeshua that's coming. But as the dawn is born under the eclipse, your dawn and light that's rising is going to be born under an eclipse, and you're going to go through some dark times, and that eclipse is also tied to the magazine that's rising for the Trump army. The kamikaze drones has the AEZ in it for the A to Z, that alphabet time frame, and the A to Z also ties to your Arizona and the Phoenix that rises out of the ashes and those types of things. So the kamikaze, Ka, has the AK in it for the AK-47. The AK is the Alaska for the quake and those types of things. That would be going on up there. And then the 47s for your 47 election. The illegal, the eagle that you live in, the bald eagle, has become an illegal in a way, and that vet has to come and give it some shots. And everybody has also had the shot in the arm as a ribbon nucleic acid that ribbit is in, and you're all these frogs put in this hot water, and you're not going to jump out as you're being cooked in it. So as the illegal comes, and the vets, and the birthright citizenship, the mark of the beast in the right hand, and all these other things, the beasts operate in the lowest of chakras, that health spectrum, that fire spectrum, boom, 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 that kind of fire. And there's also going to be the fire upon America as far as you can't work here anymore. We're a birthright citizenship worshiper and those types of things. Or and then also you have the replay where these people, the white people, are for the birthright citizenship now, and then the real ID, the USAID or the USA ID that they're talking about. With that's where you get the flip-flop, where they don't want to do the birthright citizenship because they're seeing that as the mark of the beast. So it's going from one mark to the other mark to the other mark, to where it's the lowest and the lowest and the lowest, where they can't ever catch on. They're given over to the delusion, and that's the image given life through the projection that's been given life long ago. And then they're given over to the actor-based, the so-called actor-based reality, where these people are puppets or whatever. They're showing a shadow government controls. You basically need a shadow government to come in to take care of the shadow government, is kind of what we're seeing, because we see one light over here casting a shadow down to the so-called right side, and then you have the shadow over here coming in and casting a shadow down to the left side. Okay, so as these gardens and suns are coming in around the tree of life, which is us tied to a tree of life in one way, and then the tree of life is tied to your cars and your grocery stores and your cash and petro and all these things. But as these lights are changing, this is where you're caught in the crossroads, and these lights changing are hitting you as the eclipse takes hold, and you're in that solar plexus, and you're in that inhale exhale stage, and you're not going to be able to rise up above it because the neck's already been cut off, as a deadly head wound has already taken out your rider on the white horse and such. So you don't have that pure consciousness, you have that pur consciousness. This is all tied to the burning bush and going up, and that Moses going up to the mountain, and that bush that turns to fire or whatever. So that's kind of all going into here, and then the bush is in Texas and those types of places. But the church is taking something that is spiritual, that is allegorical, that is parables, and they're reading it as literal, and they're missing it all. And this is where, it seems like they're using Revelation to play out Revelation without Revelation, or whatever kind of. It's like they can't put it together because their pastor, their programmer, or whatever, hasn't come in and told them, or whatever. It's like some weird shit going on where these people can't even like put stuff together. But either way, that's where we're at now, where all these things are going to be kind of stacked on whatever time frame, where like the Shenyun show, they blend it where you have a live stage or whatever, and then as they blend it from the live to the screen, or from the screen to the live, that's where we're kind of in now, where we're going from the Israel to that you watch for a movie, the REEEL for the and then that's also the Israel for the fishermen, and that's the banks where you fish for men. So the banks and the rivers, the currencies, the floodwaters, all these things are there to catch you. But you got this Israel, then the Israel, which is the Isis, Ra, El, the Egyptian God. The Egyptian God is the one who the Lord taketh and the Lord giveth, to where all your money's being taken away and whatever. And he just uses the money however he sees fit, and he's coming in to change everything. So everything is kind of used up, and now it's used up, we gotta give back. So the Red Sea divide is coming with this birthright thing on one spectrum, and it'll come with the real ID, the Israel ID things that's breaking open, and where these people want the birthright citizenship, where they don't want the birthright citizenship, to where they're going in and out of these things of time. They're just over to the illusion, the religions or whatever. And all these people are fear, and not one of them is teaching you anything without fear. So there is going to be some fearful things as far as the old age, but at the same time, the new age is setting up. It's only fear and bad if you're stuck in the old. Okay, but this is also where we're at a certain point in time where even if you got the message or whatever, you're still not going to be able to rise up in time to get into the new time frame. But that's where also the first or last that we're told about, because all these people that are trapped up here and whatever, they're going to get freaked out with the AI, and when the pyramid flips upside down, they're not going to have anywhere to fall to or whatever, or they're going to die during that fall in a way. But the fall of Babylon is here, set up before you, and when these X's over America or whatever can take hold, and we're bombed or whatever, that's where the fracking and all these things are set. You have the king set or whatever, when you just come in and liquefy. And either way, y'all, we're here, and lights out is going to come very soon enough. And you're going to get a whole new projection as the 88 and 89 miles an hour comes through those crosswinds, and it's all turned on and off. So the troops, the armies, they've already gathered. They're gathering around the nation physically, just like I told you is coming. The armies have already gathered. The lab leak. All these things are setting up where they just have to tell people this, that, and the other, and then it's just chaos after that. And the chaos is the K, the 11 for the 47. That's before you now. And the OS is that au pair system for the operating table for the vets and all those things that's laying out as well. And the New World Order. The New World Order is just where you're going into a new world, and you're going to have a new order, basically. You're not going to want the same shit as before, or those types of things. So either way, we got to end it here, folks.